views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program host and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by TCN TV Network Incorporated. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. The TCN TV Network claims no rights to the said content. TCN TV Network cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. TCN TV Network is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this program.
That because I think that I am dour and solemn, not at all. I mean, just the opposite. I never trust people who don't laugh, who act as if they put airplane glue on the back of their hands and stuck them to their foreheads. What? No, 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 no. They didn't come to make a difference. If you've come to make a difference, you laugh as often as possible. Because the telephone will ring and inform you of some information that will make you weep. The doorbell will ring and you'll hear something. You turn on the television and say, my God. Pick up the newspaper. Whew. Walk in the street and your car has been stolen. No. So as often as possible, you laugh. Don't force it.
Hello, everybody.
Greetings and greetings upon greetings.
Welcome to Here to Help You, another Tuesday on our show. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the people who support us. I want to thank the people who do not support us. I want to thank the people who have something to say. I want to thank everybody because you know what? In everything, you guys are paying attention. And regardless of whether you like our show or not, guess what, Dave?
What?
We're doing something.
We are, aren't we?
Actively.
Yeah, every week.
Doing something.
Yes,
every week.
We have a target on our back every week.
Every week, we are making sure that we are giving and offering solution to the community and not just problems. We don't want to sit here and reiterate all the bad things that are happening because guess what? There's been a lot of bad stuff that has happened to our community.
Mm-hmm.
But the more you focus on something is the larger it grows.
There you go.
We do not want to focus on the negative. There's no need. We only want to worry about our solutions and staying solution focused here on Here to Help You.
And I believe today's show, which I had no part of, you probably see why, it's very well tailored and organized because I had no hand in it. But it is very solution oriented today.
Very focused.
Right. And I'm looking forward. I read most of them. Right. I haven't seen all the comments, all the actual thought provoking proverbs, I'm going to call them. Right.
They are proverbs.
But I like the simplicity. And I hope the viewers out there, they're going to actually go ahead and enjoy the show as well today because it should go ahead and spark some thought. Hopefully you go ahead and spark something within themselves to actually say, yeah, you know what, maybe I should be doing this.
That's
or
all.
Maybe they can direct a few people to start, focusing on this type of proverb as well, right?
legitimately, we are going to be presenting 20 different thoughts because our thoughts are powerful. They're as powerful as our words, but everything generates and begins, and the genesis is in the mind. So we are going to talk about 20 different thoughts that we can actually use. And we're presenting some visuals as well. We don't want you to just stand there and look at our face. As cute as I am, not everyone wants to look at me all the time.
I'm going to say number one, look for me. Anyway, yes.
Let's jump right into it. The very first thought, be optimistic. Even if you are in the eye of the storm, soon the flowers will bloom, grief will depart, and happiness will prevail. I'm going to say this I had to start with because many of us, I think, believe we are in the middle of the storm and we can't see the other side of it.
You know,
but you must stay strong.
It reminds me of a few things, Dark is for Dawn.
Yeah.
The good sister of Osset Nebhet, who represents that calmness just before the sun rises.
Okay.
Right? That's what this proverb kind of reminds me of.
Let's go into our second one.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. And I knew you'd going to drop all the African knowledge side of it. This is what Dave, this is our balance. He's better at this than I am. Still learning from him. I still have a lot to learn. Our second thought, a little that makes you happy is better than a lot that makes you miserable.
I like this one, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about comparing. Guys, stop comparing yourself to other people. Those people who you think have it all made, often do not. Their lives are terrible. A person that I do want to bring up is someone that you truly loved, Robin Williams.
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians.
Everyone would have looked up at him and said, oh, your life must be perfect because you have everything. You have money, you have fame, you have friends, you have family.
And he's able to go ahead and make the people actually lose themselves in that
his
moment.
Characters,
yeah.
Yes, and he committed suicide.
I know.
So
very tragic.
It's very tragic, but stop comparing yourself to other people. You never know what another person's story is. You live your life and be happy where you are 100% of the time, okay? Let's go into thought number 3. A wise person turns a desert into a beautiful garden. You're going to take the bad in your life and make it good.
This is like the lemons and lemonade, right?
This is lemons and lemonade, just said another way.
There you go.
But I don't like the lemons and lemonade because I like lemonade, so I don't care. I prefer lemons.
Why? Because
I can suck on them.
I see.
With some salt. It tastes really, really good.
That's if you down it with some tequila.
No,
right?
I don't down it with tequila, and it's lime with tequila, Dave.
Okay, see.
Learn how to drink alcohol properly.
Well, I guess that's why I should not be, right?
Talking about lemons and tequila, guys. Lime and tequila.
Lime, there you go.
All right, thought number 4. This one I thought was pretty cool.
Okay.
Futile arguments and trivial discussions take away the sense of peace and tranquility.
I like this very much. There's the Pyrrhic victory. That's what comes to mind when I hear something like this, right? Where of course the words, and you think you're getting on top, but in the end, right? There's no victory there.
Yeah, I like the whole idea of when two foolish people or one person, a fool is arguing, not to argue with a fool because then both of you just look foolish.
Right.
Arguing.
Yeah.
This is why, again, I go back to our elder, Mr. Clark, Elder Clark, when he said, I don't debate. I only debate with my equals. Sorry. I only debate with my equals. Everybody else I teach. I stand firm by that. I don't debate with people. I teach everyone else. You may think you're debating with me, but I came off debating. You're still talking, and I'm teaching. I don't need to debate with you. No
see,
time.
and here's the thing, especially with this, and I mean, we are definitely going back and forth, but hopefully the viewers out there, they can go ahead and chime in with their comments as well.
Please do.
Especially with something like this now where we get very emotionally tied to an opinion.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And of course, when we're thinking that, of course, we're getting that victory in stating our opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In the end, what we really come off as, right?
Arrogant, trepid.
Yeah, especially trepid.
Trepid.
Yeah, TROOPID.
That's
trepid.
not how I spell it, but I could see why that would be a good spelling.
Thank you so much.
And our last one before we jump into our break is, wherever you go and find darkness in your life, what you have to do is light the lamp within yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're treading through Babylon, you must always be the light. You must always, it doesn't matter if you're around a whole bunch of negative ass people, ignore it. Be that light. And you always tell me this, Dave. You always tell me, make sure your heart is good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about what anyone's saying to you, or make sure your heart is clean.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, we each one of us are going to face our own judgment.
Absolutely.
Right, and there's no soul on this earth, no judge, no professional position, no lower caste, whatever position you may be in, is going to serve as that judge. Right, and as long as you know that whatever you've done it in the right balance within yourself, right, then your heart is absolved. Right, and that's the position that we aim for, we strive for. Right, this is a position that where all spiritual faith is supposed to lead us towards. Right, so by means, you know, like it's tough. Right, because once again, we are emotionally driven people, us as Africans especially.
Yes.
Right. However, though, by means, you know, like if we got trouble, then find someone out there who can go in and assist you with this.
All right, stop chatting now.
Pick up
We
a
have to
book,
go.
like the 20 ones.
Stop chatting now. When we come back.
Actions, not words.
When we come back, we're going to dive back in. We're going to go into the last 15 of thoughts that will change your life. We'll see you soon. I'm here to help you.
Yo, this is Conscience, and you're watching my TCN TV network. Peace.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May your dreams all come true. Happy birthday to you.
We refuse to promote, report on anything negative in the community.
The Bible says a cheerful spirit is good medicine. And we are just now finding in medical research that that is true. It may be why black people have lived so long and have fewer wrinkles and so forth. Really. And just now, a medical research institute is named for me. And it's just now being established as a part of Bowman Gray Medical School. And it's the Maya Angelou Medical Research Institute on Minority Health. So we will study sickle cell anemia, high blood pressure, diabetes, and HIV, AIDS, of course. And what is this? What is the mystery behind laughter? What is it? That it allows the factories in the body, the various glands, to create more endorphins, which go around the body. I think of them as little visiting physicians knocking at the door. You okay in there? Would you like to have a couple of aspirin? looking after things. Fine.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Here to Help You. If you are just joining us today, we are doing a solution-based show today. Of course, you know what, before we can go any further in our community, I think a lot of us are trying to do a lot of community work, which I think is very admirable and honorable. But I think before we can do anything for the community, we have to take care of ourselves. And everything begins in the mind. It begins with your thoughts. It then turns into your actions. And of course, it affects your words, the things that come out of your mouth. So this show is to help our community members start, you know what, changing their perspectives just a little bit. We want everyone to evolve to their greater selves, to self-actualize, and we have to start by the way we think. So we're going to call this segment, The Cheerful Spirit is Good Medicine. I want to thank the late Maya Angelou. She was such a woman of wisdom, and I swear anything she said, I'm just like, yeah, gold, taking it. Have to agree, because she was a wise woman, you know?
She's a Jegna that actually been through the trenches.
Yes.
Right. I mean, if you look at the story, by means, of course, we all know the story in regards to, of course, you know, like how she went back to the continent and lived among certain people, you know, and receive, you know, firsthand training in regards to like how to continue to build her people, the community. That's it. I have a feeling that I'm going to smooth this over. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm not going to put it on this side over here.
I've never seen Dave talk this much ever.
That's
Selena, honestly.
That's a lie.
See, Selena's
number 6.
So number six. Thought number 6. If you give into despair, you will learn nothing, and you will never find happiness. So this one is for my everlasting victims who, you know what? Bad things happen to everybody. Rich, poor, white, black, big house, small house, big car, small car. Bad things happen to everyone, but you cannot give in to it, guys. You do nothing. When you give into the despair, nothing happens. You're just there. And of course, that can bring up a whole bunch of different mental health issues, depression, anxiety. Yeah, I don't think there's much left to be said about that. Okay. Thought number 7. Do not make your problems the subject of conversation with others, for by doing so, you create a barrier between yourself and happiness. All right, so this is for the Facebook Livers. Guys, we don't need to hear about your sob stories all the time. We don't need to talk about how sad you are all the time. It does nothing for anybody, definitely not for you. And all you're doing is spreading this negative energy about. Dave, what are your thoughts on that?
There's a fine line to be drawn. I mean, so when you're actually spreading or at least saying your piece in order to receive help, as opposed to constantly, I guess this is what it is.
That's what they're talking about.
The constant, right? I mean, it's a lot of courtship to go ahead and actually be the source of joy. Yes. Right? But of course, if you're unable to become that source of joy, then
no one chat to you. No one always wants to hear how terrible your life is. Like, everyone has that friend that calls them, and when they call, it's never a good news. Like, you see the phone, and you're like, oh boy, what now?
Negative Nancy.
What is it this time? what is it? What is wrong now in your life? Like, there's nothing ever wrong. And they will monopolize the conversation, and it's always about everything that's terrible with them. And listen, everyone, you need to have your sounding boards. You need to have people you can speak to. Sometimes I have to ask Dave, because Dave's a great sounding board, because usually he doesn't talk. Today is not one of those days, but usually he doesn't talk, and I'll just talk and talk and talk and talk.
See, Iman is not a board for you for bounce. Sound offer. You see me?
But I ask him sometimes, like, I'll say to him, Dave, like, talk to me. Like, are you okay? I generally, I don't just say, are you okay, just to get it out the way. I want to hear what's going on with him, because you have to reciprocate. You've got to give and receive, but we don't dwell on the negative. We'll talk about it sometimes, like, man is idiot, but we'll move on from that.
And Oman have no sense.
And Oman have no sense whatsoever. So, thought number 8, moving on from that, do not complain about your problems except to those who can help you with their advice and kind words. So here's the opposite of that one.
Right.
Where if you are going to vent, go find yourself a therapist. Go. Your friends can't handle your burdens sometimes.
True. Don't be a vampire.
Don't be a vampire. Like, if you're going to talk about it, all right, talk about it constructively. Talk in a sense where, you know what, I'm discussing this because I'm legitimate, like you said, asking for help. Please help me, right? And then get the professional help needed. And then for the other side of things, for those people who because sometimes we can get into these relationships with people and not realize that we slide into a role.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
It happens, though.
Definitely a no-no.
Because then you become the sounding board.
Yeah, I mean, and then your relationship will fall apart at some point.
Because eventually you get tired of being that sounding board, but that they've developed that role with you. You guys have developed that type of banter with each other. And then by the time you look at it,
that's it.
You're resentful. they're like, well, what's the problem? I always came to you. Now you're the bad friend, but it's not that you're even the bad friend. It's just that you're tired of hearing about how life sucks all the time. Like, Selena, I know you hear me. You behind there, but I see you smiling. Because we all have people like this in our lives. But this is why, honestly, before you even point fingers, though, got to deal with you first. Because we all have these issues. This is not it's them. Look at you first. If you can find a friend who's done it, you've done it too, because you're projecting. All right, thought number 9. Sorry. Yeah, thought number 9. I love this picture. Look how happy she looks, that older woman. She's so cute in our red hat. Happiness exists in you, and you should focus your efforts on yourself. Here it is. No one, nothing, no situation, no place, no clothing, no car can totally make you happy. In the moment, maybe, but your happiness has to come from your insides. You've got to be naturally happy about life in general. Like those things that come, the cars all that time, the clothes, people fill themselves with all these things, hoping that it's going to help with their happiness, but then they wonder why the next day they're still miserable. Because it's not coming from the inside, it's coming from the outside. It needs to be internal. Yeah, go on with it.
We can't say no more about that.
Right? It has to be internal.
You hit the nail on the head with that one, you know? Anything I would say right now would just completely beating a dead horse, right? But you're right. If you don't
Why
know
do people
how,
beat dead horses?
because they're already dead. But right? That's the saying. But anyways, if you don't know how to look within, find somebody who has that you admire as one step.
Yeah.
Right? And then from there, of course, the universe will provide.
Yeah.
You put it out there, it will go ahead and provide for you.
Absolutely. And our thought number 10, which is going to lead us to the end of the segment, is your happiness. Look at her face. I love it though. Your happiness does not depend on anyone else. Rather, it is in your hands. Look at how she's taken her happiness into her own hands.
When I go, I don't want to go just like this.
You know what I'm saying? Look at how happy she is. Like she, honestly, even though it's an older woman, she looks, I can feel her childlike energy. She's learned to be happy. I think there is a certain age where you just stop caring about everything, all the negative things, the bad things. You just let it go and be happy. Like, what's the point, right? We're so caught up in our miserableness sometimes, and like, you gotta learn to let things go.
It's hard. It's definitely hard. I mean, we all understand, of course, the social, psycho, economical issues that we all go ahead and struggle with, you know. So I mean, it is difficult to go ahead and find joy within that. You know, it's difficult for us to go ahead and find joy, especially when so many of our people are being oppressed, and it is hard. But at the end of the day, we have to learn how to help ourselves first, in order for we can go ahead and be that source of joy to go ahead and assist others.
Are you done? Okay. When we get back, Dave, thank you. Honestly, I appreciate you speaking today, love. I honestly do. You're talking so much today, and it's a lovely thing. I wish you would do this when I'm not here.
Don't coax me, yeah?
When we get back, you see the happiness and joy? When we get back, we're going to go into our last 10 powerful thoughts that will change your life. I'm here to help you.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
With so many newspapers within the community, it's sometimes hard to tell what separates us from the rest. Most of the time, they all brag about the same thing. You know, the large circulations, tons of online views, and it can go on and on. But what really separates the Toronto Caribbean newspaper apart from everybody else? Well, it's simple. Our service. No, seriously.
My name is Trish Curling, and I am an online coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher, and your new host of Shaping Life, which is all about understanding that we have the ability and the control to take charge of our health and wellness. we can't do it alone, and I can't wait to sit down with the best in the industry. Please tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. live here on the TCN Network. My name is Trish Curling, and I am an online coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher, and your new host of Shaping Life.
Yes, it's true. So I'd like to see lots of research in that. I also don't trust people who don't love themselves. No, it's very dangerous. People say, I love you. Oh, I hate myself, but I love you. No, you cannot love a person if you don't love yourself. You can want her or want him, want to possess something. But to love, love liberates. And the African saying is, be careful when a naked person offers you a shirt. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Here to Help You on my TCN TV network. If you have been watching us, we want to thank you for joining in. I hope you've liked some of the thoughts that we've put out so far. And I will say this, if you have a thought that you think would be beneficial for people to hear, definitely put it in our comments on the Facebook, on the YouTube page, and on the Periscope page. Put in your comments. We want to hear from you guys. We want your engagement. And of course, like and share, and that little red button subscribe, because we have 8 powerful shows besides our own on the network that honestly, there's something for everybody in the community, and we're going to continue to add. So just hang in there with us. So I like to call this episode, If You Cannot Love a Person, you cannot love a person if you cannot love yourself. I think that alone is very powerful. Because there's a lot of people out here who talk about love, but don't love themselves. So we don't know how, if you were never taught how to love, you can't love yourself, how the hell do you expect to know how to love somebody else?
The movies will show them.
Really? Because that's true? You meet someone like in Pretty Woman, and all of a sudden, like a whore is getting married to a billionaire? Not real. Let's be real now, okay? Actually, sometimes. In hip-hop world, and love and hip-hop, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, so thought number 11. Do not give up on yourself, because change is usually slow. You will encounter obstacles that will discourage you, but do not let these obstacles defeat you. Big. This was extremely important to me when I was going through my rough time, because I used to get really upset with myself because I would make the same mistakes over and over again.
Okay.
This took a lot of self-discovery to figure out why I was making the mistakes over and over again. So again, a lot of work, right? But I realized that the changes would take time, and thank God I've slowly made my changes, you know?
That's the thing, right? We want instant, not knowing that anything that reach too quick, right? It's not good for us.
If you get it quick, you lose it quick.
Right? So it's definitely adjustment that we all have to come towards.
Okay, let's do thought number 12. Check your past and your present, for life is a sequence of experiences from which one should emerge victorious. Mr. Rankin, I want you to talk on this one.
Wow. When I hear this, right, I hear people looking at past sequences or past situations and how they can go and learn from those things, right? When I hear stuff like this, I think of course, like love cycles, right? Especially now with failed relationships in the past, right? What type of relationships, what type of people did you attract? What were you doing? You know, so on and so forth, in order to go ahead and grow from this, right? Even with now, of course, whether you're looking at now when becoming a leader, right? Where did they fail in the past?
What was one of your love cycles? Let's see if we can get something personal from you, Dave, because you don't share too much. What was one of your love cycles, you think? What was a relationship that you think you were repeating over and over again?
Good question. Let's see. I don't know if we have enough time for me to go ahead and
Just quick,
recollect.
Dave. Holy.
You know, settling,
Okay.
right? And I know it's vague, but
Very vague.
settling for a specific type of woman,
What
right?
was that type of woman?
Really? Really? We're gonna have to do all of this? 20 thoughts to go ahead and adjust your mind.
We're
for it.
almost. It's okay.
We're almost there.
You have made great changes, Dave. I know I'm like, but you have made some great changes in your life, and
Prayer is real.
explain.
Prayer is real.
Okay.
Prayer is real. Definitely real. I prayed for what I wanted, and then I got more than just what I prayed for. And not even just that, but when had the ability to actually go back within the ancestors, right, and actually use the spirituality of our ancestors, right, it has allowed me to come this far, right, and that's what we need now in regards to like past sequences. What was I doing before, right? I was baptized Roman Catholic or United Christian, so to speak, right? It didn't work for me. I've been to the majority of churches, you name it, from Pentecostal to Baptist to you name it. I've been to all of them. It didn't work for me, right? And it didn't, I understood the Bible more when I began to go and understand my own spirituality, right? And this is what we mean, of course, in regards to like our past sequences.
Thank you, Dave, for sharing. You don't share too much. It was still vague, but we got a little bit out of you.
You know, I don't really hang my laundry out in the front lawn expecting people not to see my underwear, right? So
You briefed them. All right. Thought number 13. Do not be content to have some dark areas in your life, for the light is there. All you need to do is turn it on and see it shining. I like this picture.
picture's dope.
I love this picture.
Yeah.
Like, we all have some darkness in us. We do. But we cannot be okay with that, right? We all have demons. We all have things. I have addictions, but I can't be okay. I can't just be saying, oh, once an addict, always an addict. Well, as much as that might be true, there's ways that you can change these things. You can't just be content with your darkness. It's not okay, because this is why we have sometimes men and women at the age of 50, 60 years old who are alone and miserable.
Let me just add, I mean, you know, like, we have this notion as a society that because we have an issue or a challenge that we've been repeating over and over, oh, this is just me.
Me, yeah, it's just who I am.
Right, this is who I am, and if they can't take it or you can't deal with it, then to hell with you, right? I'm going to find someone who's going to deal with it, right?
But then you're still alone.
And that's the thing, right? Not even just to being alone, but you look at whatever you're looking to do to become successful, right? And it's failed.
And you're alone.
Right? So I know you had to win, so go on.
But I'm just talking about with people, though, because you're talking about relationships and stuff. Like, people will say, like, well, this is who I am, and they have to change. But then it's like, but regardless if it's alone in a relationship, or you're losing your job, or you're not keeping certain. It's you, homie. You.
Yeah, you're the denominator in this
You're
equation.
the common
right?
denominator. So turn off that darkness and flick on a light, no?
But
All right.
More importantly, like people have to know within themselves that it's there,
Yeah.
right? Because if you don't know,
Your
then
darkness?
if you don't know, then that's what it is, right? I mean, you're going to continue down that path.
So, thought number 14, thinking about sins. Stop regretting your sins and think about the good deeds with which you are going to replace it with. Oh my goodness, this thought is life. Stop regretting, oh, I wish I could have changed this. I wish I could have done this. Don't worry about that. What can you do now? What can you do now? Now that you've you've accepted the fact that you probably messed up a relationship, or messed up a friendship, or messed up a job, or failed in school. Great. Past that, how are you going to change it? How are you going to do things better next time? That's where your focus needs to be. Stop thinking about what you did wrong.
Your phone.
Oh my goodness.
I think we went to the threshold on your live.
So hold on. I think something happened with my phone. So
Stay. You finish your point.
okay. I don't know what just happened there, but yeah. So Let's go into thought number 15. Wow, I don't know what just happened there. I heard and I'm like, am I talking to myself? Okay. So, thought number 15 is if you fail in one of your deeds, you should not give in to despair. Do not worry and never doubt that you will find the solution. I like this because it's like the power is in your hands in this picture, Dave. Look at the picture. Look at the picture, Dave. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, very.
Right?
Very much. When I hear this, I hear failure is good.
Great.
If we have the mindset now that there's a lesson to be learned in not obtaining what you wanted right then and there, then you have to understand that there's victory around the corner for you.
Absolutely.
Right?
That was it?
Yeah.
Selena, you were expecting more too, weren't you? Yeah, when we get back, we're going to go into our last 5 powerful thoughts that are bound to change your life. We'll see you guys soon on Here to Help You.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May your dreams all come true. Happy birthday to you.
We refuse to promote, report on anything negative in the community. With so many newspapers within the community, it's sometimes hard to tell what separates us from the rest. Most of the time, they all brag about the same thing. You know, the large circulations, tons of online views, and it can go on and on. But what really separates the Toronto Caribbean newspaper apart from everybody else? Well, it's simple. Our service. No, seriously. Hi, I'm Grant Browning, founder and CEO of the Toronto Caribbean newspaper. I have over 20 years of branding and marketing experience, and I've worked with countless companies and corporations to do one thing, and that is to raise their profits with their brand. With over 40 years of combined experience in branding and marketing, our amazing staff is fully prepared to sit down and figure out exactly what you need to stand out from your competitors.
The reason why you don't see that anymore is because
the ad is too powerful, bring too much people.
So what are you waiting for? Give us a call today. We'll be happy to help.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
All you got to do is start changing the way you think. It's as simple as, it's not a magic trick. You can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. You can coat your mind from negativity. It's a real simple exercise to do. I do it every morning before I walk out the door. So I walk out as a positive person. You know, I get tired sometimes. That's different from being negative because I get mentally drained from my job at times. But to coat your mind from negativity, the way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing, gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity. I'm gonna show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning and you start having negative thoughts, man, this ain't my day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm tripping, I just don't feel myself. Every time you feel, in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop, just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want.
Wow, he doesn't? Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Here to Help You. He doesn't have a show anymore?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, think all of them. I don't think he's on any one because you used to do like the little
Yeah, what happened to all his shows?
the Family Feud and all of that. I think Family Feud may be the only one left. I'm not sure, but maybe someone can go there. But I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, sorry. I still think he's very powerful. I used to listen to Steve Harvey when I lived in Windsor. This is going back years when he first started doing the radio morning show.
Mhm.
I would put my alarm on for 6 a.m. when the show first begins because every morning, still to this very day at 6
Right.
a.m. He does a 10-minute message for the morning, and they were always so powerful. I always learned so much from him. So big up yourself, Steve Harvey.
Yeah, he's done some good things.
So
man.
our very last episode, or very last segment, the title for this one is going to be Gratitude Erases Negativity.
All right, go on with it.
Very first one, and this one's going to be a little harsh. When you wake up in the morning, do not expect to live until evening.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful, A, that you woke up.
Yes.
If you get home, be grateful because not everybody does.
Right.
So this is the number one thing with gratitude. If you make it through a full day, it doesn't matter what bad things have happened to you. Thank whoever you thank. Allah, God, Buddha, I don't care, Krishna, thank them because you may not have made it. Be grateful for the fact that you're even still alive. Dave?
Yeah, I read it in a book somewhere that every day you should rise up saying that today's a great day to die.
Today's a great day to die.
Yeah.
That's harsh because some people don't want to think about that. But listen, death happens like that.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou said in her video that phone rings sometimes. That's a late night phone call. You guys already know it's never a phone. If a phone rings after 1, it's not a good phone call. When you're 20, sometimes, because it's usually something like, oh my God, can you pick me up? I'm so drunk. It's different conversation. As you get older, when that phone starts ringing at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., somebody dead.
Yeah.
And that's when it all hits home. So be grateful, all right? Thought number 18. 17. Thank you, Selena. This is why you hear it, girl. The most difficult time could be made easier by the smile of a confident person. See those days that you feel like absolute doo-doo? Try smiling. Do you understand what smiling does for you?
What, scientifically?
Scientifically.
Yeah, it alters your body chemistry.
Completely. Just smile. I know you want to be miserable. I know you want to be the victim. I know you want people to feel sorry for you. Try smiling. You'll get so much of a better response, okay? Try smiling. Get over the pity party. Nobody wants to hear it. Not even your therapist sometimes. Let's just be real, okay? Thought number 18. Cast away all discouraging thoughts that make you feel helpless and focus on success. And then you will never fail. Stop being the victim, everybody. Anything that makes you feel helpless, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't go here because I can't get here, I can't do this because I don't have enough money, I can't. Focus on your success. What can you do for that day? What can you do to move forward in your life? Honestly, it's such a mind shift. And some of these things take time. I'm going to tell you now. I do these things now like it's nothing. Like this for me is easy, but this took a long time for me to get here, where I can change thoughts. When bad thoughts come up, because they come up, you're never going to avoid them, but I replace them immediately now. Now I can do it without even thinking, oh my gosh, I look at my bank account, I see negatives. Nope, not going to let that do that. What can I focus on right now to change the negatives in my bank account? Because if I focus on those negatives, oh boy. Right?
Truth.
All right. Thought number 19. Do not feel sad or miserable because of some work that you could not complete. Rather, you should understand that the work of a great person is never done.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like this. This is something that for individuals who's going to take some time, a lot of time. We run this as a joke between me and my brethren that you can never rush greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's when I hear something like this. It's exactly what comes to mind when I hear this.
And only easy.
Top of the night.
Like, is this why it's the running joke? Because you guys take forever to do things?
Who's forever?
You do. Like, getting ready takes forever. Dave is like molasses, guys. Dave takes long to do everything. Like, everything is a process for him. It takes an hour to cross the room for Dave.
True.
Like this.
True. Go ahead. True. I'm worse than a sloth. Come on. Go
Not
ahead.
a sloth. Sloths are ugly.
Slow.
Don't compare yourself
but
to a tortoise.
Right? They're slow, aren't they?
Tortoise.
So who's slower?
I don't know between a tortoise and a sloth.
No, me and the sloth.
You're faster than the sloth. And you're better looking too. Don't compare yourself to a sloth. That's a disgusting looking animal. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Ever do that. Because you just say that I would date a sloth. No, I would not.
I'm not saying you would date a sloth, but you call me slow as molasses. Right?
Molasses is a sweet tasting.
Well,
Dark?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't favor you? Dark and slow?
No, hold on. Dark and slow? Oh my goodness. Wow. You can't rush greatness, girl. I'll tell.
And our very last one is be happy now, today, not tomorrow. Be happy now. And whatever you're going through, guys, honestly, like, it could be so much worse. Even when you think it's not it could not get as bad, it could always be worse. And when you're even at your rock bottom, understand, the furthest you can drop. When you're at your bottom, you can't go anymore. You know you've hit it. That's it. So the only way up from the bottom?
No bottom. Straight to the top.
Dave?
Number one, no tools.
Okay. So I want to end this, everybody, by reminding you that your life is a product. Let me start this over. Your life is a product of your thoughts. So I really want you guys to take a look at your life where it is right now. Really, take a minute. If you do not like where your life is, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, it's your own fault. Your life. People love to say, it's my life when they want to defend themselves, but you don't want to defend it when it's your own life, when you're messing it up. Your life. Take control of your thoughts. I've given you 20 today. Dave, we've presented 20 to them, 20 powerful thoughts that can change your life. Pick a few of them and start practicing them and watch how your life changes. I'm telling you, this is coming from someone who, again, in 2012, you guys would never have even known. When I say lost everything, I had $5 in my account. I had to move back in with my parents. This is coming from me having my own home. I was established. I lost everything. And I had to practice and tune myself into thinking better. Now, I'm interviewing Genuine. I'm sorry. I had nothing. No one talked to me. Now, I'm doing everything that I want to do and loving my life. So I'm telling you, it works. I'm proof of it. And it's only going to get better because I'm never going to stop. Dave, last minute things to add? You have 30-something seconds, so don't keep talking.
Well, I think I have less now, but we want to hear your thoughts, definitely, from some of the quotes, the proverbs that we presented today. We would love to hear which one of them that you can go ahead and out and say or do or think of on a daily basis. Right? As the last one says, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't dwell on yesterday. Think of what you can do right now.
Act now.
Right? Because this is where it's at.
Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share
Peace and
your
love,
thoughts
family.
with these and share this with other people. We just want you guys to win. From you wake up, you are a winner. Guys, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you.